Hello everybody, it's Trevor Frog, aka the Frog, aka Frog, and you may be wondering, where are you? What are you doing? Why nothing? And I have an answer, because school. Now, this is some of the stuff I've been working on. It is so you have to take an elective. You have to take electives. And I'm like, okay, since I have to take some just random courses, why not take a course in my field, computer science, right? Something that may help me, may get me to learn more experience. I chose game development. This was a bad decision. This was a bad decision. Why? My character keeps falling down. Why? Because I could have taken a much easier thing. Introduction to any course. Would have been easier. Would have been fine. Would have gotten credits. But no. I had to choose game design. Is it difficult? No, it's not difficult. It's not. I mean, it's a lot more work. Let me just. So, I was given a choice to learn game design or Godot. I'm like, I heard of Godot. It has a cool robot. I think he's actually here. If I can find him. It has a cool robot. There he is. Cool robot or whatever that is. It's open source. I love open source things. I love free stuff. I'll learn Godot. So in this course, I have to make a game. 2 games actually, and then group projects. So I have to make these games. I had to learn a game engine. I've never done a game engine. I mean, command line games. I've never done this, right? Never done a game engine. And then I'm like, okay, whatever. I'll learn it. I'll learn this stuff, right? And then I learned it, and this is what I'm going to show to you. It's actually pretty fun. So these assets. So you need graphical work for games, apparently. I wish I knew this. And so I don't think I'm even using anything in this, but whatever. You need graphics, images, right, to actually put in your game. News to me, but you can actually get them for free. These are all free, legally sourced. Did not get them by any other means. I just want to make that clear because I definitely did not download these illegally or do anything like that. These are all freely downloaded. Just want to point that out. Okay. Now, I had the choice. I can make Mega Man, or I can make. Sorry, that's the next game. My bad. I can make Frogger, or I can make Pong. Right? Those are my choices. I chose. I have to choose Frogger. You can make another game, of course, but those are the 2 that were suggested. I chose Frogger because I'm Trevor Frog. I have to make Frogger. So let's go over this. So I learned this game engine, and I learned, I'm doing GDScript, I think it's actually the technical name for it. And by the way, let me give you a word of advice. If you're working on a Godot project, I thought if you're working between devices, use Git. Use Git. I wasn't using Git. I was stupid. I'm not used to using Git for this kind of, for game development. I'm not used to it. I'm used to making projects in Ruby with Git. Not this. I'm going to start doing that from now on. Do it. Trust me, because it takes a lot to take a thumb drive and transfer it. It just takes a long time because the game gets this is not a big game. This is not a big game. It's my first game. It's not big. It's not big yet. And oh boy, it gets big. I digress. Okay, so let's get into this. So I just want to show this off since there's nothing else going to be uploaded in the time being. This is pretty fun, I think. So, what do I have so far? I have this so far. You're like, oh, what is this? This is actually pretty nice, by the way. I get these assets. I have a little road here. And it's I found this video. I'll link the video, actually, to give them credit. I found this video about how to make a grid-based system using these tile maps. And then I kind of saw this video and just did my own thing with it. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but it works to a certain degree. Also, I use that to make these blocks, and these blocks have certain flags on them, Boolean values that say you can walk out or not. I don't know if I actually want to use that. And let's just play the game. This is what the game looks like. Is the window size good? Yeah. I'm dying here. So this is what the game is, right? Basically Frogger, right? I'm not finished with it yet, but I think it's pretty cool. Yeah. We can change the speeds of the car. That's nothing, right? But only issue with how the guy in the video, I'll link the videos just in case someone wants to watch them and give them credit. But the hitbox you can see goes forward. I have the debug menu on the side. I have this on, that's how you can tell. But you can see the hitbox goes forward and then the character moves, right? Instead of just like zipping. So the funny part about that is if you look here and I do this, I die. Pretty funny. Even though my sprite hasn't gone there yet, I'm still dead because technically your hitbox is there and so you're dead now. But you would have died anyway. Like, to be honest, you would have died anyway even though the sprite wasn't there. So I feel like it's kind of fair. That's what we call those features. So let's just play this game how it is right now. You see these bridges? Jesus Christ. God, I just muted the mic for my big cough there. But see these bridges? I couldn't find the Dean logs in any reasonable amount of time, so I was like, you know what, this Frogger is gonna use bridges. Right? If they look big enough and they fit in the tiles well enough. So the idea, I haven't coded this yet because I still need to figure it out. Once I figure that out, I'll be done with this pretty much. Yeah, I'll be done. I'll have to make some, but the rest of the stuff will be easy to make after I get this done. But obviously I want to jump on this and then obviously it'll carry me. That's what I want to happen. That doesn't happen so far, but at least this is all, don't mind that. But at least this is, but at least this is, you know, working fairly well. Now let's get into, I just want to get a little bit into this. Let's get into a little bit of my scripts. Boom. Okay, this code, probably horrendous. I've just patched and worked this up. I just learned this language in this game engine not too long ago, started working on it. I have no idea if this is good or bad. I'm mainly a Ruby programmer. So I don't know. I want to get to, yeah, you see this? What's the one part? Or am I thinking about the other thing? Yeah, I was like, I wanted to exclude the bridges or the logs from emitting the hit signal. So whenever the player is hit, it emits a signal saying, I'm hit. When on that signal, then I reset your position, right? Makes sense. But I wanted to exclude the bridge, and I was like, because in Ruby, what I would do usually is do something like, because I think body or node's an object, or I think body is a object that somewhere inherits a node. In Ruby, you said like, because it knows it's a bridge in this method because it takes this as an argument. So I'd be like, you know, body.name. You know, let's just do a if you would in Ruby you say return if body.name equal bridge, because you know an attribute for a bridge to have would be the name bridge. And actually maybe I could give the bridge a method called name that returns bridge. That's hilarious. I could actually do that. That is so funny. Anyway, I just thought about that. I'm not sure that even works. That, whatever. But I would expect the node object to have this bridge method. But I looked at the methods for the object in documentation. I couldn't find anything that would help me. I looked on Reddit and just searched this question up. And they're like, bro, just use groups. And I was like, okay, I'll just do that. So that's what this what this group is for. I'm not sure if it's a good way to do it. That's how I'm doing it. So if the body is in the group of bridge, it just returns. Nothing happens. Else it prints hit, so I can just get some debugging stuff. It has the player. It emits hit. I need to Jesus Christ. I need to defer the collision of the player. Why? Because the physics engine is not a fan of you messing with physics. It's weird how the physics engine doesn't like me messing with the physics, because if you mess with the physics, it says you shouldn't mess with the physics right now. It's just like, okay, buddy, all right then. So you need to set deferred. And what I do, because it kept giving me these errors, I was like, you know what? What if I just wait to change collision? What if I just wait to mess with the physics? And no more errors. And I was like, okay, it's good enough. Because in half a second, you can't cheat with that. It takes way too long. Because you before I fix this, actually, hold on. Let me just give you an example here. If I gave you too much, you could just run right here in no collision, right? And have a second. Maybe the cars are slowed down now, but back in the day you couldn't. Now if you get hit and you run, come on, and you run like this, you see half a second. It's not long enough for you to mess with it. Now you may be wondering what happened before this statement was here. Let's see. Oh wait, how do you put? Oh, it's like Python. My bad. My bad. My bad. What do you mean? Parser, shut up. What are you talking about? Oh, because well, if you ever, by the way, this is actually very good. This is what I learned. If you ever see this file in use lacking permission, that means you're stupid and you have this game still up. Now you can save the file. Okay, and so instead of closing the game out like this, we're gonna press the pause button, and then we're gonna save the file. There we go. So now we just worked it out. Anyway, we're gonna restart this. So let's have no time to wait. So when I get hit, I'm gonna emit a signal, and then during that signal time, I'm basically going to defer your collision being off. So if I didn't have that timer, what happens? What? That's not what I expected. What was happening? Control Z? What? Oh, duh. Hold on. I'm in player script. Jesus Christ. Okay. What? Wait, what? Wait. What? Why? Oh, I'm stupid. This is the bug. This is the bug. I was so confused because I forgot myself what happens. So if I don't wait for the physics engine to be happy and, live in peaceful mode, see here, I hit it. My hitbox is just gone forever. It's just lost in the void. I have no more hitbox. See this blue part? Not there. If I go here, not hitting anything. Not hitting anything at all. Why? Let's look at this debugger. Node not found bridge. Okay, shut up. What do you mean? Okay, I didn't see that. Here we go. Start. Can't change line 63. Right here. Can't change the state while flushing queries. Use call deferred or set deferred. Does it mean use set deferred? Wait, am I stupid? I think I'm stupid. Wait a second. If I just replace this with set deferred. If I just replace it with set deferred and just make this true. My bad. I mean, disabled. Instead it's a false. Is this a false? Does it just work now? Is that what it wanted? Okay, good. So yeah, you see this? Wait a second. It's not throwing that error. Wait, why is my hitbox gone? It's set deferred, so it's deferring, making the hitbox turn back on. And it just keeps getting deferred, so it just never gives me it back. Oh, that's hilarious. That's just hilarious. It's deferred. Oh yeah, deferred until eternity. Because you're not giving me... Okay, that's hilarious, actually. That's actually way funnier. Yeah, defer it forever. That's just called, like, never. Okay, whatever. So now if I figured out if I just put a little timer here. Worked perfectly. Anyway, now that we did that, let's look at the car. See here? Yeah, you may be asking, well, why do you wait a little bit of time before you... Q3 just means, like, delete the object. So this is the car. These are the red cars. I spawned... So these are the red cars. These are the red cars that spawn. Why do you have a timer? So why do you wait a little bit before you spawn them? Let's see what happens if I don't. Apparently nothing anymore, so maybe I could leave that out. I'll keep it there because I had it there for a reason and it's not broken, so I won't fix it. Okay. What do you mean bridge can't find a reference? Let me make sure that the bridge is spawning, right? You're spawning, right? The bridge is... What do you mean you can't find a reference? Node not found bridge. Relative. In player GD6? This is basically going through the files and doing ... Why can't you? Hold on. The player... Wait, why not? The player's in this directory. Oh! Oh! Okay. Wait, why do you need to say ... You don't. Wait, isn't this statement stupid? Because you'd go back to res, I think, and then go into res? Oh, wait, no, okay. I think I need to go back and then relative to root main. I go backwards and then I'm going... Yeah, I do the same thing with my tile map. Right? I have no idea. Let me just copy this reference and see what happens. Copy path. Let me look at the path to make sure I'm not crazy. Res bridge.gg. I could use the absolute path. Why does this work? Why does tile map work? But the tile map is not a file here. Why? What's going on? This is main. Oh boy. Wait, whoa. Hold on here, partner. Hold on here. This is the player script. The player has this stuff. It does have a sprite, which is why I'm able to do that. This tile map had no issue. Why? I go backwards and then I go into tile map 2D, which is not a file. How does it know then? I'm so confused. Bridge. What? I mean, it's working though. Why would it? What do I even use this bridge for? If body grouping from bridge. Well, what do you mean the reference isn't found? If the reference wasn't found, then this would be giving collision. It's not giving collision, so it is. The reference must work. Wait, no. That I'm using a string there. What the? What am I doing? Oh, I don't need you. You're not. Your reference is not being referenced. You don't do anything. Oh, okay. Let me just fix my code. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Okay. Now there's only warnings. Awesome. I just had a useless reference. Anyways, go to the car script now. No, not car script. Go to main script because the main script determines. Is this good practice? I don't know. I'm just kind of winging it. The main script determines the speed of the cars. And let's just look at. Let's just do this. Let's look at this. The red cars. Var car equals preload that instantiate. What does that do? That preloads the car, which means I don't know. Hold on. Preload. Return a resource from file system. Look at pattern runtime. The resource is loaded script. Let's hear power yeah, it does something. That's for sure. Let's go here. It preloads, which all I know is that ChatGPT told me that may help, so that's what I used. Because I think honestly the thing that worked here is I do process mode, node.process node always, which means I always process this node, which means I always care about it like a child, right? Watch this. If I don't process the node, what happens? Hold on, this doesn't count. Let me fix this. If I don't process the node, let's say you start down here, right? You don't process. See that? See, but see, you see something here? There's the yellow cars and these green cars. Where's the red cars? Let's go to the right and look over. Oh, look, just start spawning. Any cars up here? Oh, now there are. Any cars up here? Now there are. So what I figured out is if I don't process these nodes always in the script, then sometimes the cars don't spawn until I get right to where they're supposed to be spawning, right here. Anyway. I digress, but that's about it. Anything else to show? I showed you the map, pretty much. Use these little blocks. I'll probably, should I? Yeah, I'll link these assets I'm using. Did I use Spriteland? Did I use Spriteland? For the bridge, yeah, of course, duh. I used Sproutlens. For the bridge, I used a simple tile set, I believe, for the I think the water. I used it for the water or the grass. I think the water. Is there a way to tile map? Or maybe I did. I swear I used this for something. Or maybe that was in the earlier version. Maybe actually. I don't think I use the simple tile set anymore. Yeah, I use that in the earlier versions. I don't use, okay. I used Kenny's I'll link the whole thing. I can't. Is there a way to see this whole thing easily? I can just copy the path. I don't want to mention it without saying the name. Kenny RPG Urban Kit. I use that for because it gave me a lot of stuff. Roads, really nice. Even these brick walls, this grass is really nice, and this water, right? It's just all that, and it's my tile map, which is such a really good pack, honestly. And we have the Froggo, which is my the Froggo, and this is my player. So I just want to mention where I got that from. Give credit where credit is due. I don't think there's much. Yeah, so yeah, I've never done this before, and I would say if you want to make a game, like a game like Frogger, like I'm making, or Pong, or anything, like a simple game, 2D game. If you do Godot, honestly, with reading a little bit I read the documentation for going through a 2D game. I looked up some video tutorials, and then I just kind of started making stuff and just hoping for the best. If you have programming experience, obviously you are gonna need some programming experience. Because you're gonna need to understand directories like this. That's a directory. Even this, going through the directory, instantiation with classes. You need some programming knowledge, but if you have some programming knowledge, like if you know what classes are, if you know what classes are, methods, and all that good stuff. Anything else you may need to know? Honestly, if you know classes and methods, and up to that point, you probably can code this. I don't think there's anything else you may not know. Yeah, I think if you know classes and methods, that will certainly help, because scenes are kind of based on that. But you'll learn that whenever you go through the documentation. But if you just know a little bit of programming, you can make games. Honestly, it's not that. I thought it would be much more difficult than it. I mean, not to say that it isn't difficult, but in my mind, I had always made games from scratch. So in my mind, I was like, creating this from scratch. I know that's gonna be a much more complicated task. Like then making Connect 4 in the command line, you make it from scratch. Everything, the graphics, everything like that. Making this from scratch. Good luck. I mean, it's not impossible. I know some god of programming had to do that at some point. The forefathers, God bless their souls. But you know, nowadays we can use the game engine, and it's really nice and makes making games. If you want to make that, or even if you want to gain more experience in the field, or just archetype or computer science, I'd say go for it. It's not very, I would say it's easy to get into, and you can figure out, hey, you get experience, you can figure out maybe this is actually something you love and want to go into a career in. It may look good as a project you make. I'd say at least try it out, make one game just to learn a little bit. And I would say I've had a good experience. I've enjoyed this. I've enjoyed GDScript. It's I would say I compare it most to like Python. Really compare it to Python? Yeah, it's very close to Python. So if you know Python, this will translate, or Ruby, this will translate very well, or JavaScript, this will translate very well. You can also, if you're a C# man, God bless your soul. If you're a C# man, I've never done C#, but I'm a Java guy. But if you're a C# man, they've integrated it into the language. So if you like C# a lot for some reason, boom, this is your thing. If you just want to do GDScript, which is, I think it's called GDScript, I hope I'm getting it right, which is like basically like Python, new stuff, I say go for it. But I just want to put that out there. That's what I'm doing. Well, okay, I am back, and that's about it. What I'm going to finish. Yeah, that looks all nice, doesn't it? So yeah, let's just go through this a little bit. So, good news and bad news. One, you will not hear the music, because technically this will be on YouTube, and that's going to be technically monetized with ads, and I don't want to do any of that, so I'm just going to sidestep all that BS. I'm going to replace this with some generic ad-free music, probably, or maybe not. Okay, so we're going to press enter. Please note, this is a good feature. You can also use additional enter. It also works. I know. Amazing stuff. Oh, awesome. I get an error while playing this. Oh, it's actually set a breakpoint. My bad. Okay, here we go. You hear that? That is... If you hear that, the jumping, I saw a video one day about game dev. I'll link this video, it's a short, about how you can change the pitch just randomly, just a little bit, to make the sound not so, mind-numbing. I was like, hey, I might as well try to use that, because I didn't even do game development at the time, but hey, I do now. And then I was like, I'll just add that to the jump sound, because you're going to be hearing that a lot. Anyway, if you get hit, guess what happens? You get that sound. Pretty cool, right? You respawn. Also, you can't move for a little bit because you're hidden. Now let's try to get to the other side. Okay, now these bridges, I couldn't make them work how I wanted them to work, unfortunately. I wanted to make it to where you could ride on top of them. I couldn't find any resources to really get me to kind of be able to do that, really. So I was like, well, okay, the bridges are going to move how they're going to move, and you have to try to get across them with how they move, and they don't alter your position or velocity at all. So, for example, if I stand on this, it'll just go like that, right? Now, you'll see the debug right there, exit bridge. I thought I deleted that, but the way I have this working is very finicky, because I couldn't really get the logic with bridges to work. So I was like, well, if you enter the water, if you enter the water, you shouldn't be here. You should be dead. So I'm like, I basically give the player like a one-time deal that if you enter the water, if you do it again, you're dead. But if you do it once, you're okay. Because here, that was a bad example. The bridges don't work like they should, I'll be honest, but hey, it's the first game. If I do this, I'm good. Even though I entered the water right there, I'm good. Still good. Dead. A little finicky. Not gonna lie, but it sort of works. And that's what's important. At least when I actually try to beat the game I just made. It's very finicky, and honestly, this is kind of a rage game because those bridges will make anyone rage. I don't even understand how they work either. There we go. Made it the cross, and we just go into this tile right here. Boom. That's it. That's it right there. And you can start again. For those curious about the logic of the player, it's really stupid, but it works. So I give the player a dead counter, and I make it -1, right? So you get like a 1 shot to be in the water. If I can figure out where I put this. Yeah, whenever you move, I basically check the tile map, and then I check to see where you are. I can say, are you on water? You are. Are you not on a bridge? If you're not on a bridge, that increases your dead counter. And if your dead counter ever gets above 0, that means you get hit. If you get hit, that's like you lose life. I reset your dead counter if you exit a bridge, specifically a bridge. And if you enter a bridge, you don't get it, but if you exit a bridge, you get it. Maybe you should change that. But you basically, I reset it every time you exit the bridge. So that's how that works. It's sort of really buggy, but it works to a certain extent, and I like it. Next, I believe we're making, I'm gonna make Mega Man. So hopefully the platform should be easier because I'll be making a more documented game. This is a platformer. It should be I would hope that there are some resources to make it very easy to get something like that to carry you. I don't know. I would hope so. But that's about it. That's what I've been doing. I finished this. That's about it. See you later. Have a great day. Oh, and hopefully the recording with the AMD is better. So I tried to fix that. Anyway, like I said, have a great day. Goodbye.